Hi everyone, my name is Christine and today we're talking about something that's not VPR or Real Housewives of New Jersey. Alright, so my first topic that I want to discuss is the Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez drama that is ongoing and doesn't seem to stop. So I really believe that maybe, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So let's say that there was some sort of beef that went down that initially started this drama between the two girls. However, I really feel like the internet has blown it up completely, out of proportion. I don't think it's as serious or as deep as some of these people on the internet are really going. Think about it. These two girls are young, they're beautiful, they're rich. They can have anyone they want. Bieber is with Justin. Justin is a whole bag of stuff on his own, okay? And Selena, same thing. She has issues. She, struggles with mental health and all of these things. But she's, very talented and she can have whoever she wants. So imagine the world making this storyline huge, way more than what it really is. These people are just trying to live their lives, and everybody, they analyze the most minute thing and they make it into this huge storyline when I'm sure it's not even that. Okay, so the most recent thing was Hailey and Kylie posted something about making fun of Selena's eyebrow perm gone wrong. Is it called eyebrow perm? But, her, what is it called? Oh my gosh. It's a specific name for it. But anyways, people were saying, oh, you're making fun of her. You guys are mean girls. You're bullying Selena. And then the internet, all these people started following Selena. So that way she's the most followed person on Instagram. And then Miley Cyrus at the Grammys made Kendall Jenner cry because she was coming to Selena's defense. It's is this all really happening, or is it just people that have nothing better to do with their lives than to make up these stories? It's pretty funny to me, because if it's not really that and these people are just trying to live their lives, I feel bad for them. And Hailey and Justin are married. Every married couple has their issues, I'm sure. They would too. But I think, again, he has his health issues that he's dealing with. Hailey had some health scares as well. So just let them do their thing. The fact that Hailey had to now message Selena and tell her, hey, this is getting out of hand. I'm getting death threats. I'm getting harassed by people left and right, and it's just I'm just trying to mind my business here. And Selena posted about it and she's this is not okay. That's not what people shouldn't have to deal with that stuff. So I don't condone it, and let's please be kind to one another, and no one deserves this. So, and I guess Selena is now following Hailey and Hailey is now following Selena. So hopefully that will get their fans to kind of just calm down, or at least Selena's fans to just lay it off of it for a little bit, because yeah, they said, no one deserves that. They just want to, again, I keep saying it, live their lives. They have a lot going on. Everyone has a lot going on, and no one needs that kind of hostility and intenseness when it's not even really warranted. Let's be honest, people, we don't know these people in real life. We can just make up whatever stories we want in our heads, but it doesn't mean that it's true or facts. We don't know. The next story I want to talk about was Heather Mcdonald and Megan Weaver's drama that happened last weekend. Basically, Heather was hanging out with Megan and Kelly Dodd and her husband and Chef Stu, which is Jeff Lewis's on again and off again boyfriend, and Megan Weaver's boyfriend in Palm Desert. Heather was with her sister as well, because I guess her sister lives out there. And they had a great time during the day, and then they went to Kelly Dodd's house in the afternoon, around 5 o'clock, to have more drinks. And Megan decides to not even pull Heather aside, but basically just tell her in front of everyone there that she's a very dismissive person, that she thinks that she's fame hungry, that she basically doesn't like her, that no one likes her, like none of the chumps, which is chumps, like Jeff Lewis's people that are on his shows and that host his podcasts with him, they're called chumps. So that none of the chumps like her, no one wants to record with her the days that she's on Jeff's show, and just like very, very mean things that like really hurt Heather's feelings, basically making Heather like cry, and she left. Her and her sister like we're out of here. And she went on her Patreon Sunday night and she talked about it. Every week she does a Patreon show, and she told her side of the story. She basically wanted to get ahead of it because she knew that on Monday Jeff would probably talk about it on a show, because Jeff talks about everything. Like if that happened to Jeff, he would talk about it, of course. So she just wanted to get her side of the story out there first. She was really expecting for Megan to send her some sort of an apology, and she hadn't heard from her by the time that she was getting ready to post. And she had warned Chef Stu that she was probably going to post it, and she did. And I heard Jeff Lewis talking about it, and he basically was like, look, I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what was said. I just know that it got way out of hand, and it was definitely wrong time, like wrong place. If I was there, I would have got in the middle and been like, whoa, like this is not okay. Like you guys need to take this somewhere else. Like stop. Like it's too much. He was upset that Chef Stu didn't try to like stop things. He said that, Stu just wants everyone to like him, so sometimes he just he's scared to pick a lane, and then that ends up being the wrong decision anyways. Later on in Heather's show in the following days throughout the week, she did say that towards the end when it was getting really bad that Stu did defend her, and he was like, okay, like let's stop. So I was pretty shocked to hear it. Like I like Megan. She's funny. I've seen her on Flipping Out with Jeff Lewis. She's been in Jeff's circle for a long time. I think she's really funny. I love Jeff Lewis. Like he's amazing. I've followed him for a long time, and I think he's really funny, and everything he does is entertaining to me. And I really like Heather Mcdonald. Juicy Scoop is the community, the little empire that she's built for herself. I really admire, and I think she's funny. I mean, every person you're not going to like 100% of them all the time. Like certain people, there's certain things that you're not going to agree with what people say. So, it's okay if you don't like someone, but obviously you don't have to like disparage them in front of a group of people. Megan could have easily taken her aside and been like, hey, like I need to talk to you, because apparently they've hung out together before, like on a few occasions. They've been in the same kind of circles, and Heather always thought that her and Megan were cool. She never had an inkling that Megan had any kind of like ill feelings towards her. So she was really like, it came out of nowhere for her. And it also brought her back to times when she was in high school, and like the girls invited her to a party just to kind of like embarrass her, and so I can relate to that, because that happened to me in high school too. Like I was the girl that was like basically good at two shoes. I didn't party, I didn't drink, and because of that my friends specifically wouldn't invite me to things, and then they would talk about it at school, and I would just be sitting there like a bum because I had no idea what they were talking about, and I would feel left out for sure. So I felt bad for Heather. I was surprised that Megan would do that. I feel like Megan was probably drinking a lot, and she's on Ozempic, so it was probably like really hitting her hard, and she just was out of pocket and shouldn't have. She could have talked to her at a different time in a different place. To say that no one likes her, like none of the chumps, like that's kind of mean. Like, and my theory specifically is, I heard Heather on the last time that she was on Jeff's show, they were talking about their dating profiles on apps, like specifically Shane, which is Jeff Lewis's assistant, and the co-host that was on there, I can't remember his name, but he's this gay guy that they have on a lot, and they're talking about their dating profiles. And so Heather was basically saying that she didn't like the first picture that he had, his like cover photo or profile photo. She's like,
yeah, she's like, you know, there's other pictures that you have that are better. I don't like your hair. You look too young.
you know, kind of just putting her 2 cents in, and maybe they didn't care to hear it. And I remember hearing Shane's voice kind of be like, okay, like a little like bitchy, kind of just like, like I really don't care what you have to say, and maybe just taking it the wrong way. So I have a feeling that maybe, and knowing that him and Megan are really close, like maybe he's one of the chumps that doesn't like Heather, that hasn't liked Heather. Maybe he felt dismissed by her that day. And this is all like just my theory. I haven't heard this at all, but the way he responded to Heather's criticism that day, it gave me like a little like, oh, like maybe Shane's like, you know, taking that a little hard. And then fast forward, this drama happens, and Heather's saying, or Megan saying, like, nobody likes you. Maybe he's one of the other big people in that group that don't really care for Heather. So, you know, people are criticizing her because she put it on Patreon, and it's kind of made it like a bigger thing. But I firmly believe that that's her prerogative. She has this community that people, you know, that's what they pay for. Essentially, that's what Patreon is. You're paying for this content, and she has every right. If her feelings were hurt in that moment and she wants to talk about it, then she can, because Jeff Lewis for sure is going to talk about it. And, you know, it is what it is. For sure, they're not going to be friends. I don't think Heather should be waiting for an apology, because I don't think it's coming. Heather specifically said that she will never film, go on Jeff Lewis's podcast again. Like, her and Jeff are still good. Like, they talked on the phone for like almost an hour after everything happened. And Jeff also specifically wanted to make it clear on his show that like Megan does not speak for him or anyone else. Like, whatever she feels is her thing, and him and Heather are, you know, they have their own relationship and they're good. So that was some pretty good tea that happened this week. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is Housewives of Beverly Hills. So they're filming right now. Lisa Rinna is out of here, thank God. But I guess with that, they're kind of scrambling. Producers are kind of scrambling because they're trying to figure out like what to use for this new season. Maybe Rinna was really a big piece to everything, and they're not having good stuff, because I guess Denise Richards has been filming, Camille Grammer has also been filming, so they're kind of, you know, hurting right now, which makes me sad, because I really didn't like Lisa Rinna. I really was happy when she was fired or let go, whatever she wants to spin it to. I was excited for just like a refresh, and it seems like with her gone that they're struggling a little bit. Maybe they'll talk about Kyle Richards' like weight loss and how the internet is giving her a lot of shit because they all think that she's on Ozempic, and she keeps saying, she's like, I'm not taking Ozempic or any kind of drugs like that. Like, I am, you know, she says that she's just really making a change in her like lifestyle, and that is why she looks so good. And like the comments on her like last post, that she's like in this really pretty red dress and she looks good. People are like, can you just admit that you're on this drug? Like, what changed suddenly that you're looking this good? Like, just be honest with your followers and blah blah blah. So it's kind of sad. It's like, man, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'm bummed that Kathy is not there, because she was TV gold, man. The hunky-dory thing, and like asking Kyle to bring her straws. Was it a straw? Pretty sure it was a straw. And just like all these, she was funny. She was so funny. So but I guess she had her fill of it, and she's like, no, you can't pay me to be on the show, literally. So we'll see what they figure out, but let me know, what do you guys think about Selena and Hailey? Are you team Selena or are you team Hailey? Or do you agree that this is just like so blown out of proportion that it's silly? What do you think about Heather and Megan? Are you team Heather or team Chumps? And then, yeah, are you guys looking forward to Beverly Hills? Are you glad that Lisa Rinna's gone or do you miss her? So that's it. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Again, my name is Christine and I'm Real Ex-Housewife on Instagram and Twitter. And I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye.